You were born entirely free. No schedules, no debts, just time. But then, something happened. Now, you wake up in the pitch dark to an alarm you absolutely despise, just to run a race you don't even fully understand. They took your time. Think about that hollow commute, the empty stares on the train every single morning.
They took your energy too? It's that heavy stack of bills sitting on the kitchen table. It's that deep exhaustion that literally settles into your bones before the day has even started.
You followed the script perfectly. We all did. But you did it without ever stopping to ask, why? Why on earth did you accept this deal? Welcome to This Explainer. Look, the foundational texts on financial independence, they all point to one glaring truth. That exhaustion you're feeling, it isn't laziness. It's not you being ungrateful. It's your gut instinct screaming that the math of your life just doesn't add up. We're talking about the rat race. And no, it's not just having a 9 to 5. There's absolutely nothing wrong with honest work. But the true rat race, it's living perpetually on the edge. It's being exactly one missed paycheck or one unexpected medical bill away from total ruin. It's that suffocating reality where money hits your bank account and instantly vanishes into a black hole of responsibilities. It wasn't always like this. Society used to offer a handshake deal. Back in the 1950s and rolling right through the peak corporate stability of the 80s, you traded your loyalty for a secure pension. You got a guaranteed retirement. Well, that deal is completely dead. From the 2008 crash, where we saw mass layoffs while corporations raked in record profits, right up to today, where artificial intelligence is wiping out administrative tasks in literally seconds, the safety net is just gone. Today, a stable job just means it pays exactly enough to keep you too comfortable to plan an escape. Here's the brutal truth. The system isn't broken at all. It's functioning exactly as it was designed to. It needs obedient workers. It demands insatiable consumers. The perfect player in this game is the one who never even realizes there's an alternative. The race, my friend, is designed for you to run forever. Just look at what we're taught versus how the wealthy actually operate. Traditional schooling graded us all on compliance. You spent, 12 to 16 years memorizing the Pythagorean theorem and the dates of ancient wars, but the chalkboard went completely blank when it came to a balance sheet, or compounding interest, or how to actually build an asset. Meanwhile, Warren Buffett was reading investment books at 9 years old and filing taxes at 13. The wealthy don't just earn differently, they are educated entirely differently. $30 million. In 2003, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy, completely underwater by $30 million. Now, why does this matter for us? Because during his career, he had earned over $300 million. Let that sink in. Producing money means absolutely nothing if your relationship with keeping it is broken. Your ability to grind and generate income is completely useless if you lack the fundamental literacy to manage it once it's in your hands. So, the financial literature we're examining asks us to do something important. Strip away the guilt. Money is not the root of all evil. It's not a measure of your morality or your worth as a human being. Money is simply an expression of perceived value in a marketplace. It's a neutral instrument. When you provide a solution, or labor, or a service that society deems valuable, society hands you a certificate of that value. That certificate is money. All it does is open options and broaden your horizons. This brings us to a crucial tipping point, the delicate dance between production and consumption. You produce value through your labor, your skills, or your business, but then you consume value through rent, car payments, endless subscriptions, and lifestyle creep. Your net worth? That's just a permanent record of that relationship. This is exactly why 1 in 10 Americans earning over 6 figures are still living paycheck to paycheck. They have a massive capacity for production, sure, but it gets completely neutralized by an unchecked addiction to consumption. And it's not entirely your fault. You're fighting invisible enemies in your own mind. Take the ostrich effect. That's when you actively avoid looking at your bank balance because the reality just hurts too much. Or hyperbolic discounting. This tricks your brain into craving the immediate dopamine hit of buying new shoes today instead of the silent, boring security of an investment tomorrow. And of course, social proof. Keeping up with the Joneses. It's a psychological trap that forces you to spend money you don't even have, to impress people you don't even know, just to project an illusion of wealth. To break out, you need to grasp the single most important concept completely omitted from formal education, the difference between an asset and a liability. It's breathtakingly simple, honestly. An asset puts money into your pocket, even while you're fast asleep. A liability takes money out of your pocket, constantly, whether you're working or not. That luxury car you've been eyeing, it's a liability.
bleeding value with every single mile. Even your primary residence, unless it's generating rental income for you, is likely the largest liability you will ever purchase. Robert Kiyosaki really hit the nail on the head here. He says, the rich acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities while thinking they're assets. It's the ultimate trap, isn't it? Middle-class families spend decades proudly collecting incredibly expensive liabilities, effectively chaining themselves to the exact race they're dreaming of escaping. Let's put this into perspective. You have roughly 24,000 days in your adult life. By the time you finally pay off your student loans, you might only have 17,000 left. Time is literally your only real irreplaceable currency. Look at that number. Are you truly willing to sell the vast majority of those remaining days one by one at your current hourly rate? Now you might be wondering, can't I just save my way out? If you think playing it safe and merely hoarding cash will protect you, think again. When you park your life's energy in a bank account yielding 0.5% interest, while inflation quietly surges at 6% or more, you are losing money every single day. The number on your screen might look the same, but your purchasing power is evaporating. That isn't a saving strategy. It is slow motion theft, executed with a polite smile. Escaping the race requires a fundamental rewiring of your brain. The employee brain looks at the world and asks, how much will they pay me to be here? It accepts being paid exactly once for every hour worked. But the owner brain, it approaches the world asking, how much value can I create and scale? It understands that when you build a system, or write a piece of code, or record an explainer, that asset has the potential to earn for you forever. There is a rigid, hard ceiling on your salary. There is absolutely no ceiling on the value you can create. But listen, before you go off trying to build an empire, you've got to patch the holes in your own ship. You have to stop the bleeding on the consumption side first. Step 1. Track every single expense. Do not look away. Step 2. Budget systematically. Give every single dollar a specific job. Step 3. Build an impenetrable wall between you and disaster with a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And finally, architect a lifestyle that falls strictly below your means. You simply have to reclaim control of what leaves your pocket before you even worry about what enters it. Once that bleeding is stopped, you're ready for the new path. The old map told you to get a credential, trade time for a paycheck, and just pray you can retire in 40 years. The new map is a whole different ballgame. Build an undeniable specialized skill that a machine can't easily replicate. Cultivate an audience or a community that actually trusts you. And use the leverage of the internet to create scalable income that decouples your earning from your time. This is exactly how you compress decades of the rat race into just a few short years. This system wasn't built for your freedom. You were handed a map drawn by architects who needed compliant workers, not independent thinkers. But now, you know the map is a lie. And just knowing that changes the entire trajectory of your life. The ultimate takeaway from these financial blueprints is this. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow morning, but you do need to start. It begins by redirecting just 1 hour from mindless scrolling. Read one book, master one concept. Ask yourself right now, what can you build this weekend? The exit exists. The door is right there, waiting for you. You just have to stop running on the wheel long enough to actually look for it. So, will you spend your one finite life running a race you never even agreed to enter?